Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, y'all. In this video it will be my first ever story time. I don't play with that, but she a childish. I can tell when I'm up for that Miley. Got a way to want me look like Miley. Soon as I walk in, like it. I don't play with that, but she a childish. I can tell when I'm up for that Miley. And it's not just any story time, y'all. It's my first ever experience with a girl, y'all, and I cannot wait to share my experience, y'all. So get cozy, get comfortable, lay back, sit down, get some snacks, y'all, and enjoy. The first ever time I dated a girl, I was in, I believe, my sophomore year of high school. So this was a little while ago, but I was in my sophomore year of high school, y'all, and we gonna call the girl, we gonna call her Cherry. So me and Cherry, we met on Snapchat, and she was messaging me. She had added me as a friend on Snapchat, and I was like curious. I was like, oh, I was asking people I knew. I was like, oh, do y'all know her? Do y'all know her? She just randomly added me on Snapchat, like, you know, normal people usually do, because, you know, you only really use Snapchat for, you know, to like message or send streaks to your friends or whatnot. So I was like, none of them knew who she was. So I was like, okay, cool, whatever, I must just see who she is. So I ended up adding Cherry back on Snapchat as a friend, y'all. And she texted me and she was like, hey, and I had texted her back probably a few hours later because I had done something previously before she had texted me or whatever. And, you know, I had replied. I was like, hey, do I know you, ? And she was like, no, but I saw your pictures and you look real cute. Clocked that. But yeah, she was like, yeah, you look real cute, you look real good, whatever, and go video. So I was like, oh, thank you, girl, because, you know, I'm a girl's girl. Like, I would always appreciate a compliment from a girl. Like, she was like, oh, I found you really pretty. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you. And at this time, y'all, I wouldn't say I was bisexual. I kind of was like confused. Like, I didn't know. I was still like discovering myself. I was being friendly. She was, you know, and yeah, I didn't really pay her no mind. But when she said that, I was like, oh, thank you, girl, you know, you are too, because like I said, I'll compliment somebody back, because that's just how I am. She was like, oh, I want to get to know you better. And I was like, okay, cool, you know. And she had wanted to get to know me better on, like, what is it called, the messages or whatever. And I was like, I didn't think much of it. I was like, oh, she probably talking about some friendly type stuff, you know. So I was like, yeah, for sure, like, you know, I always am down to make some new homegirls, like, you know. And we was going back and forth, getting to know each other, you know, kind of like creating a vibe, like scoping her out, seeing how she was as a person, because I try to like match energy with people depending on the vibe and the energy that they give me. And since we was like texting on messages, I was like, it was a little bit more difficult, y'all, but that's irrelevant. She had asked me to get close or whatever, and yeah, I thought it was on some friendly type stuff. And the first couple days or whatever, we was texting, we was chilling. Mind you, at the time I was in sports, like I wasn't doing cheer at the time, so I wasn't really consistent with like messaging her for real. But I always try to make sure like I at least, you know, text you back, because I feel like that's disrespectful and if somebody don't. I still made sure like I was like, you know, texting her, talking to her whenever I could. And yeah, so we was talking for about, well, talking as friends, y'all. We was talking for, I'll say probably a couple months go by. You know, it's like starting to become like early spring or whatever. And she was like, oh, so I wanted to know if I could be more than friends with you. Like, how would you feel about that? And at the time, y'all, I was like, I don't know, because mind y'all, I said I didn't know if I was rocking like that. Like, I wasn't know, like, I was still trying to, like, discover, like, what I wanted to do, you know? Like, I had told her, oh, I never, like, been with a girl, like, I don't know how it is to date a girl, like, and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, like, it's kind of new to me or whatever. Like, I ain't never dated a girl. I'm kind of worried. Like, I ain't never talked to one. I ain't never, you know, like, I've always, like, had homegirl, but it was never more serious than being homegirls or being friends. So I had told her that, and she was like, oh, it's okay, like, you know, I'll make you feel comfortable, I'll make you feel good. Pretty much telling me what a girl and who's like, what, 15, 16 years old, like, would want to hear, you know, to make them feel better about themselves. It was pretty much like telling me everything I wanted to hear, you know, comforting me, making me feel like I could really trust this girl. Mind you, we was already talking, like, just as mutuals or whatever, and, like, kind of already had connection and vibe going, because, you know, she was my friend at one point, and we was just talking, like, you know, just chill. So I already knew how her, like, vibe was, and she didn't really give me that, like, you know, bad, like, energy type vibe. So I was like, you know what, why? Like, I have never had a reason not to trust this girl. I was like, I really don't know what to do. Like, I date her and just try it out for the first time, or what? Excuse me, y'all. But I was like, I really don't know what to do. Like, should I just date her? Should I just try it? You know, like, you just never know. And yeah, so I was talking to her, and I was like, you know, I was telling her I'm a little bit nervous. Like, I ain't never done this before. I never talked to a girl before. You know, I'm kind of new to this or whatever. Letting me speak, like, she was letting me talk, like, and communicate to her how I was feeling. So we ended up getting together probably like a month. I don't want to say it's a month. I'd probably say it's a little less than a month after us having the whole conversation and stuff. And everything was going good, you know, we was taking it slow because, you know, I wasn't comfortable with, like, just jumping all up in and, you know, being all, yeah. I wasn't comfortable with all that yet, so we was kind of, she was taking it, like, the pace that I wanted to go. You know, we was talking for a little bit, and then we made it official probably, like, 2.5 months later. Fast forward, y'all, it's going on spring. And it's like, I want to say April, like the middle of April, and y'all, like, now we're officially, like, we're girlfriend and girlfriend, like, we're dating. I get this random text on my phone from this other girl. We gonna call her this girl, we gonna call her, let's call her Strawberry. So this girl, Strawberry, texted my phone. Mind you, I don't know how she got my number, and she was texting my phone asking about Cherry. So I had texted Cherry, and I was asking her, I was like, do you know this girl named Strawberry? Like, she's sitting over here texting my phone on some crazy stuff, and y'all, wish I still had them screenshots, but trust me, I remember everything like the back of my head, y'all. Like, stuff like this I never forget. But yeah, y'all, like, I was texting Cherry because I was really confused, because this girl was literally yelling at me, cussing me out, like, she was mad. So I was like, I don't know what's going on. Mind you, me and Cherry had just gotten together probably 2 months before all this happened. So I was like, I don't know what was going on. And mind y'all, before this all happened, everything was going good. Like, there was no complaints, there was nothing going on. It was nothing, like, telling me, like, I didn't have no, like, instinct, like, something was going on, like, nothing. Like, it was all good, like, it was all chill. So I was talking to Cherry. Cherry was acting like she didn't know what was going on. So I had to, then when she was acting like she didn't know what was going on, so I was like, okay, cool, let me just text old girl. So I texted the girl, and I was like, hey, I really don't know what you want, or who you are, or how you know my girlfriend, but like, can you give me more information? Like, who is you? Like, what's going on? Like, what's up. So she had told me pretty much her and Cherry has been talking for like a good year and a half now, and she was like accusing me of sitting over here taking her girl, like being messy, saying, you know, I'm weird. And at the time I was texting her, I was like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about, like me and old girl just got together, like I don't know what you're talking about. So then I started getting upset, y'all, because I was like, what? Like, this is the first girl I ever been with, and like, it's just crazy how, you know, we just started talking and stuff, and we just got together, and all this is happening. Like, hold on, like, whoa, what's going on? And y'all, so I was texting Cherry, and I sent her all the screenshots, and she was like, oh my god, like, and she sent the rolling eyes emoji, and she was like, oh my gosh, like, what is she doing all that for? Like, this is crazy, like, she doing too much. And she was like, oh yeah, that's my ex. She was claiming that that was her ex, y'all. Like, they broke up, and she was like a crazy ex that just kept, you know, wanting to like have her or get her back. So I had took Cherry's word for what she had said, and I had texted old girl, and I was like, leave me and my girlfriend alone. And then old girl, she had sent me screenshots of like the recent like receipts and like texts between them, and showing me like, no, this is really my girlfriend, like that's really my girlfriend, there's no reason for me to lie. Pretty much showing me all the proof that I needed and evidence that I needed to know Cherry was lying, and she was doing some sneak stuff behind my back. So I had asked Cherry again, I was like, are you sure this girl, she's your ex? Like, are you sure? Like, is there something that you want to tell me? Y'all, because I, like, at the time, I used to give people, like, another chance to explain themselves before I really, like, went off and, you know, went off on them. So, she kept denying it, so me being me, I was already upset, I was already tight, I was already annoyed because, y'all, it was literally the middle of the night, and I had this random girl texting my phone, and I was already pissed off. So I texted Cherry all the screenshots that the girl had sent to me, and I was like, so this girl your ex, right? So all these messages is fake, right? And she was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, like, you know, pretty much trying to act like the victim in the situation, like I'm so wrong for, you know, going behind her back and still talking to her after she told me that the girl was her ex, even though it wasn't her ex. You know how it go. But yeah, she made it seem like I was in the wrong, and she was like repeatedly, she kept saying sorry, and y'all, maybe me, like, I did not want to hear that. Like, I already told the girl before we even got together what type of time I was on, like how I'm not about to sit over here and get my feelings played with, like, especially you being like the first girl I've been with. Like, I already opened up to this girl about everything, explained to her what was going on, so she already knew, like, it was no excuse. But me and old girl, I had opened our text messages, and I was explaining to her, I was like, I really, like, I swear to God, I did not know about you, like, I promise you, I'm not even that type of girl. And I was like apologizing, like, I sent this girl a whole apology letter explaining like my have and what was going on. And y'all, eventually she was like, oh, it's okay. But she was heartbroken, y'all, because mind you, her and old girl, they was dating for a year and a half, so I would be upset too. But she was like in her feelings, she was hurt or whatever, and she was saying like sorry as well, because, you know, she got on my phone, was like, oh, you know, like what, but yeah, like she was doing a little too much. But she was apologizing for that, y'all. So I was like, oh, it's okay, I understand, like, that, you know, was the person I was talking to, which it was, I would have been mad too. And I also was going off on her too, because what, don't play with me. I don't even play like that, never that. So she was apologizing that Strawberry added me and Cherry to a group chat, and when she added us to a group chat, like I was already telling her like I'm done, like I can't do this with you, like I already told you what type of time and I was on. You made me believe I could trust you, like that you was real, like, you know, pretty much making up this whole act, like, and I'm just not with it. I'm just not for it. Like, I'm good off you, I'm cool off you. Then Strawberry added like she was done with her too, like she can't do the live, like that's crazy how she would, you know, hurt her like that. But so on and so forth, we both ended up leaving, girl, and she was pretty much begging me and her to come back to her, like date her, and I was like, no, like I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not stupid. Like, I gave you your chance, you messed it up, you blew it up, so you just gotta live with the consequences. Like, at the end of the day, like, you hurt me, so you deserve it. And again, like, after that, me and Strawberry was cool. None of us was talking to her at the time, but she was still begging for old girl back, even after I said like no, like I'm cool off you, like I did not want to be with you no more. She was still texting old girl, trying to see if she would budge, but she was not budging. So me and Strawberry, after that, y'all, we ended up becoming like mutual. We ended up becoming friends, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like, I was pretty much like comforting her, girl, because I know how it feels to get your heart broke, okay? I know, like, I already know. So I was like, girl, it's gonna be okay, like, you're gonna get over it, just take time, you know, pretty much comforting Strawberry, because girl, Strawberry was dating her longer, so I'm already knowing, like, she 3 times as heartbroken than me, you know what I'm saying? So me being the kind person again, as I am, y'all, and on top of that, I'm already a girl's girl, like I already said before. So I was trying to make sure she was okay. Like, I was comforting her, saying if you need anything, you could talk to me, you know, I'm here for you if you need me, you know, you don't have to go through it alone. Yeah, after that, you know, old girl, my ex, she was still trying to, you know, get back with me. She was trying to, like, still have communication with me somehow. But after that, y'all, I was just kind of over it. Like, I just kind of want to be done with the whole thing. I ended up blocking Cherry on everything, like on Snapchat, on messages, on Instagram, everything that I have followed her, that girl on. Like, I ended up blocking her on everything, like, and yeah, like, after that, I was just like, you know what, no, like, I'm cool off, girl, like, I don't want no part, like, I don't want to be her friend, I don't be nothing, like, it's a done deal, like, I'm done all the way. So after that, y'all, I just ended up, me and Strawberry, we still ended up like talking or whatever, like we still was like chatting, you know, I was still like doing the, you know, checkups, making sure she was okay, seeing how she was doing type, you know, because we were still friends or whatever, even though me and Cherry, we then stopped talking. And even after I had blocked her on everything, like, I still want to make sure Strawberry was okay. So yeah, y'all, but after that, we was finished. And after a while, I ended up losing both of their numbers. Well, I ended up losing Cherry's number, but then I had, you know, got a new cellular device, and then it just ended up, all the contacts was just gone, so I lost both of the contacts anyways. But yeah, y'all, so I just feel like the main message that I want to say to y'all people is, there is no reason why y'all should lie about certain stuff, or about just lie in general. Like, if you genuinely have a genuine, kind person in your life, you should never lie. You should never take it for granted. Because me and old girl, we could have been friends, and even if she did not want old girl, she could have broke up with her, or I would have been understanding if she had just, excuse me, y'all, if she had just talked to me. She didn't end up talking to me. That's why everything ended up, you know, clashing, and just nothing went right for her. Like, because I feel like communication in a relationship is key, y'all. So please make sure y'all communicating with y'all partner. and all that. Like, please don't lie to y'all partner, because that's just gonna end up hurting both y'all at the end of the day. And yeah, that's pretty much the end of the story time. I hope y'all enjoyed it, y'all. And yeah, I'll see y'all in the next video. But yeah, after that, you know, old girl, my ex, she was still trying to, you know, get back with me. She was trying to, like, still have communication with me somehow. But after that, y'all, I was just kind of over it. Like, I just kind of want to be done with the whole thing. I ended up blocking Cherry on everything, like on Snapchat, on messages, on Instagram, everything that I have followed her, that girl on. Like, I ended up blocking her on everything. Like, and yeah, like, after that, I was just like, you know what, no, like, I'm cool off, girl. Like, I don't want no part. Like, I don't want to be her friend. I don't be nothing. Like, I just, it's a done deal. Like, I'm done all the way. So after that, y'all, I just ended up, me and Strawberry, we still ended up like talking or whatever. Like, we still was like chatting, you know. I was still like doing the, you know, checkups, making sure she was okay, seeing how she was doing type, you know, because we were still friends or whatever, even though me and Cherry, we been stopped talking. And even after I had blocked her and everything, like, I still want to make sure Strawberry was okay. So yeah, y'all. But after that, we was finished. And after a while, I ended up losing both of their numbers. Well, I ended up losing Cherry's number, but then I had, you know, got a new cellular device, and then it just ended up, all the contacts was just gone, so I lost both of the contacts anyways. But yeah, y'all, so I just feel like the main message that I want to say to y'all people is, there is no reason why y'all should lie about certain stuff, or about just lie in general. Like, if you genuinely have a genuine, kind person in your life, you should never lie. You should never take it for granted. Because me and old girl, we could have been friends, and even if she did not want old girl, she could have broke up with her, or I would have been understanding if she had just, excuse me, y'all, if she had just talked to me. She didn't end up talking to me. That's why everything ended up, you know, clashing, and just nothing went right for her. Like, because I feel like communication in a relationship is key, y'all. So please make sure y'all communicating with y'all partner and all that. Like, please don't lie to y'all partner, because that's just gonna end up hurting both y'all at the end of the day. And yeah, y'all, that's pretty much the end of the story time. I hope y'all enjoyed it, y'all. And yeah, I'll see y'all in the next video.